Welcome to Dr. Finn Medicine Alien, a goal-focused Let's Play series by Frimlin. Kind-hearted Finn is the son of an angel and an alien. Compelled to do good to others, the doctor profession called to him. United by a shared love of cats, he lives with his partner Helica, and she just joined the gardening career. Let's play for a little while and see what's happening in their world. For this episode only, here's a quick recap of Finn's life. As the first child of Ruby Angel and Bran Pode, he's always been such a good boy. Even if he didn't follow completely in their footsteps. He always listened very carefully to their guidance and advice and tried to do the right thing. But as is the case, sometimes life gives you surprises. Not the least of which was his brother and sister, twins, Lyle and Lysa. When Ruby and Bran weren't around, he always did his best to look after his brother and sister. He always tried to set a good example. Lyle often followed, but Lysa, the rebel, did her own thing. When he met Helica, someone who shared his love of cats, he finally knew what it was to fall in love. Now Finn has left home, he's calling upon the character values his parents taught him and hopes to put them to good use in the doctor profession. This is a goal-based Let's Play series, and I'm still deciding what that means. But basically, when they reach these two goals, the series will end. This will be a relaxed Let's Play series, but there is still going to be rules to guide me on my way. If an episode follows the rules, it gets a star, and if it doesn't, I take one away. Plus, you can vote on a poll to give an episode a smile, or to remove one. But please do leave your feedback in the comments below. I will update you on the progress with each episode. It's 8 o'clock on Thursday morning and Finn is already at work. And he has a bunch of stuff to do. He has to swab a patient for a sample, deliver medication to a patient, and check a patient's eyes, which should be pretty easy to do. So let's get him into the hospital. So sticking those walls down. And this is a hospital I actually made myself, but it was a while ago. It was like, I don't know, at least 2 years ago. So let's just choose a patient at random. This guy, Cyril Rymead. Hang on, let's have a look at his name. Yeah, Cyril Rymead. Let's, we must already know him, I think, because there's no... Oh, no, here's an introduction. Let's do a polite introduction on him. Come on, Finn, you don't have all day. Okay, now he's no longer sitting at his... Oh, he's sitting down now. That's good. Right. Let's, swab him for a sample. Okay. Great. We've just started and we've already got a problem. He couldn't swab him for a sample, and I think it's because he's, already been attended to by this chap here, Laios Harper. So let's go talk to this guy instead. What's his name? Todd Janeway. So yeah, swab sample. You have to be quick in this hospital. Oh no, there's some dirt on the ground. That's not very nice. Okay, so let's check his eyes. Okay, he's already gone to put away the rubbish, because you know he's such a good sim. That's just what he does. Let's try try and get that eye examination in there. Hopefully he hasn't just dumped that on the ground, but I suspect he has. Yes, he has. Oh well, someone else can clean it up. Okay, we have some progress. Let's check his ears while we're here, but we need to go and also analyze that sample as well. So check ears. So if you haven't actually seen the doctor career before, you'll notice that it's very similar to the vet career, which you've probably seen because a lot of people have done let's plays with it recently. So we're going to scan his body as well. Basically scan all different parts of him. Take his temperature. He's about to go do that rubbish again. Let's try and get him to do this before he does that. Not that it really matters. So they also have like an icon above their head which tells you kind of the status of the examination, if I remember correctly. So he's still been diagnosed. He's gone off to do that rubbish. Let's actually let him do that then. But I'll actually give him the command. I'm going to scavenge for parts first because you never know, we might find something that we need. Let's have a little look around as well while we're here. So analysis is done in this room. So sample analysis on either of these machines. That one as well. And then after you've analysed a sample, you have to kind of log the results in a computer. So there's a computer here. We also have random examination rooms around the place and surgery rooms. And this is like a kind of wellness room and a nursery. A much warmer light. And talking about lights, we've got this X-ray room here. So let me just pause it for a sec. I want to have a look who's in here. So we've actually got Finn's partner Helica's mum here. So that's Isla Webb. Slightly different surname. That's because in my world, when Sims marry, they don't lose the name that they grew up with. I don't have like a married name concept in this world. It's just the way it is, you know. I just like it like that. So we apparently need to transfer his case, but I think before we do that, let's try and swap the sample, just in case I lose that ability later on once I transfer the case. But I think basically when you first start out as a doctor, there are cases that are too hard for you. It's a bit like the vet career again in that regard. You know, if you can't use the surgery table straight away, but as a vet, but you can once you're a bit more skilled. And I think it's the same as that with doctors. There are things you can't do straight away, so the game kind of knows that and tells you need to transfer it to someone else. So you kind of leave him for a while analysing that sample, and he kind of sticks in his machine and checks what could possibly be wrong with it. I haven't played a doctor for a while actually, like possibly around 2 years. So that's why I wanted to make a series about it now, and it just seemed to fit Finn so perfectly because he's a good sim and he's always looking out for people around him. So yeah. Hopefully we can squeeze a full day's work into this episode, but if not, I'll just stop it and we can continue in the next episode. So the analysing samples can take a little while sometimes, and it can be a little annoying waiting on it. Sometimes I zoom ahead in time with that, but I don't need to in this case. Right, so let's transfer him. I also don't remember exactly what all the icons mean, but that suggests that he could be treated now. So I didn't need to transfer him. Let's give him the treatment. Let's just have a look at what it was. Prescribe a medication for gas and giggles. Now I remember though that a couple of years ago when I was playing the Doctor career, the first time, where's he going? Just wandering off. He's gonna have a seat and then he's gonna come back over. Okay. So I remember last time I played, I would actually be able to guess what the condition was and what the treatment would be. But I don't know if I can still do that now. Well, in fact, I know I can't. So he's cured a patient, and he needed to cure 3 patients. And the reason why he's already cured 1 before this is because I did 1 day of work just to see that everything was going to go smooth. Interestingly, after he cured the patient is still wearing his pajamas as he leaves. So that's kind of funny. So where's he going now? Make a snow angel? No, I don't think you're going to do that. I need to turn that off actually. I need to stop them doing that. You can use MC Command Center to stop them doing that, but we'll do that after the end of this episode. So, let's check what's wrong with this guy. Actually, let's transfer him straight away before we start wasting our time checking him, because I want to basically fulfill this requirement, even though it would be cool to actually check him himself. Okay, so we have like a list of different doctors we could transfer him to. Now this is interesting. A whole bunch of them are dressed in their cold weather gear, and so that kind of suggests to me that perhaps they're not inside the hospital, perhaps they're still outside in the snow. So I wonder if I transfer it to one of them, if that's going to cause a problem. Maybe I won't do that. I will transfer it to one of the ones I know is inside. And let's see if we can find those outdoors sims. That guy isn't one. Ah, that's in fact Tyree, who's the uncle of Finn. He's married to the brother of Finn's mum. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot of sims that we know in this Let's Play, as we do in my 2 previous Let's Plays. So that's really cool. I like that, and yeah, some of you apparently like that as well. We're going to see some that we remember and some that we don't know, because sometimes you just never see a sim in the normal kind of play. So discuss general health with admitted patient. Let's do that. Even though I transferred the case, yeah, it seems to let me do that, which is good. Scan a patient X-ray machine. Well, let's do someone else, because I did technically already transfer them. Let's do Helica's mum, because it'd be good to get on side with her, wouldn't it? So let's go and do a couple of things with her first. Analyze her a bit. It doesn't actually ask me to do that, but it doesn't mean that we can't do it. It still has an effect. But yeah, so hi Isla. We can look after you now, hopefully. So yeah, checked her ears. The test results seem valid, but the specific data is a bit over his head and will be passed along to a physician for diagnosis. It was a good learning experience though. Okay, well that's annoying. I kind of wish that he already had this ability, you know, to cure patients. Let's do an X-ray on her anyway, because why not, right? Maybe it will help the other doctor. Yeah, and he's a medical assistant, which is level 3. And he starts at level 3 because he already had quite a bit of skills. He did well at school and that kind of stuff. That was beyond my control, basically. So he doesn't start out quite as low as other sims can if they don't have, you know, as good a education or skills. I'm not exactly sure what it's determined on. I think it's their performance at school, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. So we're just waiting for him to finish the x-ray, and he's going to do that any moment now. So even though it said the case was beyond his abilities, it's very possible he can still cure her like he did with his previous patient, Todd. So yeah, Finn has successfully performed a practice examination on a patient. A practice examination? Okay, anyway, let's swab her for a sample because we have that on the list. And let's go and analyze her sample as well, because why not? A viable sample was successfully collected from Isla Webb. Now Finn must test it in the chemical analyzer machine to get data for help with his diagnosis. And yeah, there's also a bunch of other patients lining up here, but unlike the vet career, you're not going to get penalised if you don't get to these guys. That's not going to be a big problem. But are there any that we recognise? I don't think there are. Like we've got, actually there is. This chap here, Alberto Perez, he's a Salvadoranian native, so from Jungle Adventure. And so is Bianca Suarez at the back there. And this girl that's just joined in, she's Ariana Sakimoto. And she is one of my Sims who doesn't ever age up, and she's in this club called Mean Kids. So there's always like a mean kid around to pick on your kid, or something like that, you know, to cause a bit of drama. And she won't ever age. I have all my non-played Sims, like these two Salvadoranian natives and Ariana here, won't ever age up. It's just the way I have it. Hang on, now he's finished his sample analysis, but I just want to quickly finish my introductions, because we'll probably see these people again anyway. So we have Ceres Feng here. Let me put those walls down. Ceres Feng is a daughter of the Fengs, who were a household that came along in City Living. But let's move along quickly. We've also got Isla Tillman, and she's in the sports team. So she works with Finn's dad, Brun, who's also in the sports team. He's an athlete. And she is also married to one of Ruby's relatives. And Ruby is Finn's mum, if you don't already know. So right, he's done the analysis. He's almost completed the performance that he needs to have completed for today. And it's not even 4 o'clock, so he's doing really well, basically. And that's because the requirements that you have early on are pretty low. So you can give a patient a shot or transfer a patient case. Now I don't think he's going to be able to give her a shot. I could be wrong. We could try and diagnose her though, but it will take a bit more checking. How about we transfer her? Where is it? Yeah, transfer patient case. I could analyze her further. I could check her out to see what's wrong with her, and maybe it will allow me to actually get it done. I'm going to transfer her to Jaina, who's a cousin, I think like a second cousin or something like that, of Finn's. Even though she's not apparently in her hospital gear, maybe she will turn up if he transfers her. But yeah, he's finished that requirement. He needs to give someone a shot. But he also could check a patient's eyes. So how about, I don't know what happened to this guy over here. He doesn't seem to ever get transferred, despite that's what we did. Let's go to him and analyze his eyes. Or you can just play the violin, Finn. That's fine as well. Well, it's not really. But maybe it would improve her mood, which of course is always good when you're in the hospital. Now he's just run off to do his own thing. I don't know what the problem is there. It's probably a game bug. He just decides that he can't do his next action unless he sits down first. A slight annoyance, but we can get over it, right? So now he's checking Cyril's eyes. I make it a point of showing you who they are, because for one thing we might see people that we know, Another thing is that we'll see people again, because at least if it is the same as it used to be a couple of years ago, sometimes you see the same patients again and again and again. And like, for example, I've got a feeling that that girl that we saw who's in the Mean Girls Club, we're going to see her a couple of times at least. We're going to see her again and again, because she was in the first day he was in work as well. Where's he going now? This is so annoying. Game bug. It's like groundbreaking game bug. It's terrible. No, it's just a little annoying. I might cut those out next time it happens. So if you see some weird cuts, that could be why. So yeah, he's going to check his ears. And maybe if we do the next thing before he runs off, it will stop him from going to sit down again. So he's actually already finished his day's work, basically. He's done enough. Okay, so hang on a sec. I didn't check to see what she was up to, but Helica, his partner, is already back from work. She needs to harvest some plants to get a promotion, and also get her gardening skill up. It's really low, it's only 1 out of 2. But she can't do either of these things because it's winter and her garden is completely frozen. We might have a quick look at that before the episode finishes. But yeah, so basically Finn has done enough performance for today, so I'll see you back at the house. End of shift. Finn did a good job today. He can really turn this clinic into a beacon for the community. So Finn has come home and Helica, his partner, is already at home. We have a number of things we could do right now, but I want to keep the episode quite short because it's the first episode. So let's make them build a snowpal, and we'll catch up with them again in the next episode. And yeah, tonight they've got a season premiere to watch on TV, and let's have a quick look at the calendar as well. So it's about a week away until Winterfest, and probably on Winterfest we'll go and visit his parents, Ruby and Brun. But yeah, that's still a week away. And here's Helica to help him build a snowpal. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back for another episode soon. Take care, and goodbye.